All right, well, it is spring, but it is chilly out there today. And Anna, I actually turned on the heat in my house just to kind of warm it up just a little bit. I was like, oh, it's so cold this morning.
It was much needed because those temperatures got down into the 30s and even down into the 20s for some of those areas. So, you see, I've got the tights on and everything. It's a little chilly outside, but fortunately, those temperatures are going to warm up. Things, it's spring, things warm up. We've already been dealing with severe weather, and unfortunately, yes, we do have another risk for severe weather heading into your Thursday. Timing is going to be around 2 p.m. to 9 p.m. But you see here that we have a marginal 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather here in the green. And then areas that are in this yellow, this is a slight 2 out of 5. So kind of look where your location is in, with those risks. And the higher risk, of course, is going to be there in the yellow. So biggest things that we are concerned about is actually going to be the possibility for some large hail. With the Storm Prediction Center is forecasting that we could see anywhere between 1.5 inches to 1 3/4 inches of hail. So, that's a pretty good size right there. Of course, that's not saying all of these places are going to see that, but hail is certainly something we are going to keep an eye on. So that largest threat there is in the yellow, that smaller threat there in that 5% area in the brown. The tornado threat is very, very low, but not completely zero. So we're going to keep an eye on all of these things going into tomorrow afternoon. But again, here's kind of the areas where we are. If there were to be a tornado threat, this is kind of where it would be there in the green. Again, low, but not quite zero. Again, compared to the tornado threat, the large hail and high winds are on that medium scale. So that's the things that we are most likely to expect as we head into your tomorrow afternoon. So as we head into the next couple of days, again, here's a look at our current radar, things staying nice and clear. We have these little green icons indicating where there's flash flood warning still in effect from all that rain we saw last week. But here's a look at that futurecast. So heading into the rest of today, going to stay nice and dry. Heading into your Thursday, during the morning, we could see some sub-severe storms. So that means, non-severe storms work their way through kind of in the mid-morning around lunchtime, kind of staying a little farther up to our northern communities. So again, around noon, some of that's kind of filtering through. It's once we start getting into your, 2 to 3, 4 o'clock hours, we start to see some of these more isolated cells work their way through, giving us some heavy winds, the possibility for some hail. And those are just the areas where so very scattered, not a line coming through, but still a widespread area where we could see that. And then starting to filter on through and push out as we head into around 10 or 11 o'clock. Then the severe weather threat will end. There is the possibility for a few scattered storms heading into your Friday. On top of that, we got that 40% right there, but not going to see anything as defined as what we are likely going to see heading into your Thursday. So make sure that you're continuing to stay tuned with us as we head into tomorrow. We'll give you those updates you need to know so you can prepare.